Welcome to the California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, or CAASPP, Test Administration Procedures, sponsored by the California Department of Education, or CDE. This video will cover how to administer the summative general assessments. Prior to the start of testing, LEA, or CAASPP site coordinators, will establish your Test Operations Management System, or TOMS, account. Once added to TOMS, users will receive an email from CA-assessments@ets.org with a temporary password to log on. This temporary password is valid for 30 minutes. You must follow the directions and use the link provided in the email to access TOMS and establish a password. Double authentication is required for the first logon and for future logons using a different browser or another device. You must review and agree to the security affidavit in TOMS before proceeding. Test administrators should prepare a test administrator device with adequate internet access. The scripts test administrators must follow are available in the CAASPP Online Test Administration Manual. The manual has an overview of how to begin an assessment, followed by say boxes containing the administration scripts. Following the appropriate script is required when administering the CAASPP. In this example, the test administrator will say, "Today you will take this Smarter Balanced Grade 5 ELA CATS." In addition, quick reference guides are available in the Quick Reference Guides for Test Administrators section of this Moodle course. These guides provide step-by-step instructions on how to start a test. You will use the Test Administrator interface to start, monitor, and stop test sessions. You will access the Test Administrator interface from the CAASPP website and log on using your TOMS credentials. Each student in the testing session will need a student testing device with the current secure browser installed to participate in the assessment. Students will log on to the test session using the following credentials: their legal or preferred first name, as noted in the California Longitudinal Pupil Achievement Data System, their statewide student identification number, or SSID, the session ID number you will provide them. As students sign into the test session, test administrators should verify each student's accessibility resources or test settings are correct prior to approving the student for the test session. If a student's test settings are incorrect, the student should be denied entry into the test session and rescheduled to test at least 48 hours after the student accessibility resources have been updated in TOMS. Once students begin testing, you should monitor their progress through the test. In particular, you should keep in mind expiration and pause rules for the various assessments. CAASPP expiration rules refer to calendar days, not school days. Expiration rules should be considered when planning testing schedules and when test administrators make decisions about student testing that vary from assigned site testing schedule. The ELA and mathematics performance tasks now expire in 15 calendar days instead of 10. Although it is still suggested that a student complete the test within 10 days, the expiration timeline has been increased to assist in district scheduling. The ELA and Mathematics CAT expires 45 calendar days after the student begins the CAT portion of the assessment. The first time a student is approved into a test session is considered day 1. A test can be paused by the test administrator or the student. It can be automatically paused if there is 30 minutes of inactivity by the student, or if there is a technical issue that causes an interruption in the testing session. If a test is paused for 20 minutes or less, students will be able to return to where they left off and return to any previously answered questions within a test segment after logging back on to the test. If a test is paused for more than 20 minutes, students may return to the page where they left off, but only if there are questions that remain unanswered on that page. The student will then be presented with the next unanswered question. It should be noted that pause rules do not apply to the Smarter Balanced Summative Assessment performance tasks. Students may return to a segment multiple times until the segment is submitted. When a segment is submitted, the student can no longer access that segment. The CAASPP contains both discrete items and performance tasks in one continuous assessment. Pause rules do apply to the discrete item segments, which always occur at the beginning of the test. Pause rules do not apply to the performance task sections in the later part of the test, and students may return to any item within the performance task even after pausing. If administering the CAASPP over multiple test sessions, it is recommended that the test be paused at the end of a test segment. Thank you for watching this portion of the CAASPP Test Administrator tutorial.